if you want to come to a gig in Leicester, the main thing is to go with an open mind. Don't just kind of take people's arrogance for kind of like nastiness. Just chill with your friends and whatnot, have a good time. As long as you're having a good time, just yeah, get on with it and mosh hard.
I know you can do more than that. Let's go.
Good venues, recently I've got to say kind of like Soundhouse or maybe kind of Lot 42. Where bands are concerned, probably Leicester Smiles. There's a good band coming up at the minute called Goodfellas, Some May Run, and yeah, just Without Fire I guess. Yeah, some proper decent bands there.
As a band like Goodfellas are, well, we like to think we are sort of unique input into Leicester's kind of hardcore music scene. Being your own sort of band can get pretty tricky when you're trying to promote your shows or promote your band to your audience, because there's no sort of particular audience you can pin it on. There'll be fans of all the kind of aspects of music that we sort of divulge into that will sort of be attracted to what we play, hopefully, if we do it right.
I think like one of the good things about the beginning of Goodfellas is that we've all come from different bands, and like that's like helped us have like a lot of connections in Leicester. I mean, like we've all made friends along the way in our previous bands. Like our first shows with Leicester Smiles, and we probably wouldn't have got that if we didn't know the guys in Leicester Smiles.
Yeah, it's always good to sort of have these sort of contacts and these sort of I say contacts more like friends rather than friends that are sort of on the scene already and already have like a firm grasp. And because of this, like all we need to do now is sort of play well. We've already got the people that will sort of come down to our shows, and there's also sort of certain people and groups around Leicester like that. They're not always all musicians. They sort of dedicate their kind of time and money and effort into the promotion of young sort of new bands in Leicester, sort of bands that they think deserve to sort of be out there and deserve their chance with kind of making it big with their band. Groups like Arts in Leicester and stuff like that, they're always sort of always in there with the new bands, and they always sort of try and push it out as much as they can, which is really great for young musicians.
What do we do to support local bands and artists? Well, principally what we do is to give them exposure in the magazine. So through the reviews that we write of their live performances, through the news that we put up about bands and singers, through the links we make to their video tracks and their sound recordings, all of that is part of our exposure for the music side of the magazine. But to think about hardcore, there isn't a big market for it, but there's a very passionate market amongst young people that like that kind of driving, hard, loud, very raw type of music. And yeah, I like it as well. You know, I'll go and mosh along with the rest down at the front too, because I absolutely like what they do. There have been several of the basement shows in the Shed, particularly the nights put on by Leicester Smiles, and I've been so impressed by the hardcore bands, as we call them, that we made Leicester Smiles our band of the month recently.
With the basement shows, we didn't really intend to do any, to be fair. It was just sort of, it turned up as like Matt was saying, something we decided to do to get people involved in the music scene again, and then we were just like you said, we were overwhelmed with the response we got from the first one. Just like loads of these people turned up, and we didn't know anyone basically at all. Like none of these people were like friends of ours. It's not like we knew, we asked to come along. It was just completely new faces. Hometown shows are just they're just the best.
Something special.
To be honest, yeah, they are really.
It's only going to get better as well with like the young bands up and coming. Like the men's are going to be incredible.
Yeah.
When the men's are like older, if you look at them for their age, it's just ridiculous. I wish I was that fucking cool at their age.
The singer's got like a deeper voice than I have, and he's like 6 years younger than me.
They've got like they're going to be ridiculous when they're older, man.
Yeah.
Considering we started playing with like our youth leader, who's like a rapper type person, and now we're playing with fairly well established hardcore bands like Pay No Respect and The Ocean Between Us, I think we've come quite a long way, and like, we've become quite recognisable, I suppose, in Leicester, because we've played quite a lot.
I think it's because back then no one would have really taken us seriously if we'd have said, oh, we're a 14-year-old metalcore band. We've had lots of help from older bands, Moletta being the main one. Arm for a Crisis as well. They've helped us out quite a bit.
Yeah.
Dan, the vocalist from Arm for a Crisis, is recording us.
Has recorded us,
and that should be out soon. And whenever they're coming to Leicester, they normally ask us. Yeah. And when they've come to Leicester, we've normally played with them.
Gigs in Leicester are good because there's older people who aren't scary, and you can just like get into the music with them. Like you take a hit for a hit, have fun with them, and they like don't kind of judge you because you're younger than them. Yeah, there's bands from outside of Leicester, like Arm for a Christ from Nottingham and Odessa from Birmingham, who love coming back to Leicester and they play at every opportunity because the crowd goes nuts and they're just really welcoming. And if they bring support, they'll give them a chance and won't like be harsh to them.
Every single time we've been to Leicester, more and more kids have come out, and we've seen more kids wearing our t-shirts and stuff, and just generally like the feedback and just the overall vibe of every show is just always improved, and tonight's no exception. We've played Leicester a handful of times. November 2010 was the first time we played Leicester, and that was on a UK tour. Then we played again Lock 42 Betraying the Martyrs, and then we played the Shed a couple of times last year as well. Tonight we're back at the Shed for the Annotations of an Autopsy Prowler Dead Hearts UK tour. It's an amazing turnout, it's absolutely rammed. Everybody seems to be loving it, should be good. I'd say Leicester's definitely like a second home. Like when we come here, you know, like everyone's real friendly. You know, we've got like a few guys that always come out to the shows when we're about and hang out in the day, so it is literally like a second home to us.